What if I told you that one of the most powerful ways to balance your hormones, isn't a pill, a workout, or a diet, but sunlight? And not just any sunlight, morning sunlight. Just 5 to 15 minutes of early daylight can reset your hormones, improve your sleep, boost your mood, and increase your energy for the entire day. And most people are missing this simple habit completely. Your body runs on an internal clock called the circadian rhythm. This clock controls when you feel awake, sleepy, hungry, focused, and even when your hormones are released. And the strongest signal that sets this clock isn't your alarm, it's light, especially natural light in the morning. When sunlight hits your eyes early in the day, it sends a powerful message to your brain. It's daytime. This signal shuts down melatonin, your sleep hormone, and turns on healthy cortisol, the hormone that gives you alertness, motivation, and mental clarity. This is why people who get morning sunlight feel more awake naturally without needing coffee. But when you wake up in a dark room, stare at your phone, and stay indoors, your brain doesn't get that signal. Melatonin stays high. Cortisol stays low. You feel groggy, tired, unfocused, and sluggish. Over time, this disrupts insulin, appetite hormones, mood chemicals, and even reproductive hormones. This is one reason why so many people feel tired even after sleeping, hungry even after eating, anxious without knowing why, and wired at night but exhausted in the morning. Now here's something powerful. Morning sunlight increases serotonin, the feel-good hormone that improves mood, calmness, and emotional stability. Later in the evening, serotonin turns into melatonin, helping you fall asleep naturally. So sunlight in the morning leads to better sleep at night, without pills. It also improves insulin sensitivity, meaning your body handles sugar better. This reduces energy crashes, fat storage, and cravings. It regulates hunger hormones like leptin and ghrelin, making it easier to feel full and avoid overeating. For men and women, morning sunlight also supports testosterone, estrogen balance, thyroid function, and overall metabolic health, all from light. For most of human history, people woke up with the sun. Their eyes saw daylight within minutes. Their hormones stayed in rhythm. Their sleep cycles were stable. Their energy levels were consistent. But today, we wake up in dark rooms, look at phones, sit under artificial lights, and rarely see real sunlight until hours later, if at all. Our biology hasn't adapted to this change, and the result is widespread hormonal confusion. Now, let's talk about what actually happens in your brain. Inside your eyes are special light-sensitive cells that connect directly to the part of your brain that controls your body clock. Morning light resets this clock every day. Even cloudy daylight is powerful, much stronger than indoor lighting. 10 minutes outside gives your brain more useful light than hours under office bulbs. You don't need to stare at the sun. Just being outside and letting daylight enter your eyes naturally is enough. This is why people who step outside in the morning often feel calmer, clearer, and more focused without caffeine. And speaking of caffeine, drinking coffee immediately after waking can block your body's natural cortisol rise. Morning sunlight allows your energy to rise naturally, reducing caffeine dependence. Now think about sleep, because this is where morning sunlight becomes life-changing. People who get early daylight fall asleep faster, wake up less at night, and experience deeper sleep. That's because morning light sets the timer for melatonin release later in the evening. About 12 to 14 hours after morning light exposure, melatonin naturally rises, telling your body it's time to rest. Miss that morning light, and melatonin release becomes delayed or weak, leading to insomnia, late-night alertness, and restless sleep. This creates a cycle. Bad sleep gives hormonal imbalance, gives low energy, gives less sunlight, gives worse sleep. Morning sunlight breaks that cycle. Now, let's make this practical. You don't need an hour of sun. Just 5 to 15 minutes outdoors within an hour of waking, longer on cloudy days, is enough. You can walk, stretch, drink water, or simply stand on a balcony. No sunglasses if possible, because they block the light signal. And try to avoid glass barriers, since windows filter important wavelengths. Morning sunlight is gentle and safe. UV levels are low early in the day. You're not tanning, you're signaling your brain. Another powerful benefit is vitamin D. While stronger sun later in the day boosts vitamin D more. Regular daylight exposure supports hormone production, immune function, mood stability, and bone health. Now, here's the deeper truth. Most people try to fix hormonal problems with supplements, diets, or extreme workouts without addressing their light environment. But hormones don't work in isolation. They work in rhythms, and light controls rhythm. You can eat perfectly and exercise daily, but if your circadian rhythm is broken, your hormones struggle. But when your rhythm is aligned, your body heals faster, responds better, and functions smoother. Imagine waking up, stepping outside, feeling sunlight on your face, and letting your body wake naturally, calm, focused, and energized. No pills, no hacks, just biology. Within days, your sleep improves. Within weeks, your energy stabilizes. Within months, your hormones reset. And over time, your entire health shifts quietly, powerfully, naturally, because your body doesn't need more stimulation. And sunlight is one of the strongest signals nature ever designed. Now let's go deeper into how morning sunlight affects specific hormones, because this is where things become truly life-changing. First, let's talk about cortisol. Most people hear cortisol and think stress, but cortisol is actually your natural wake-up hormone. Healthy cortisol rises in the morning and slowly falls throughout the day. This rhythm gives you energy, focus, motivation, and emotional stability. Morning sunlight strengthens this natural cortisol rise. That means you wake up feeling alert instead of foggy, calm instead of anxious, motivated instead of drained. But when you miss morning light, cortisol stays flat and confused, low in the morning when you need energy, and high at night when you need rest. This leads to fatigue, anxiety, irritability, and sleep problems. Now, let's talk about insulin, the hormone that controls blood sugar and fat storage. Studies show that people exposed to morning light have better insulin sensitivity. That means your body handles carbohydrates more efficiently, stores less fat, and experiences fewer energy crashes. This is one reason people who get sunlight early feel steadier energy throughout the day and fewer sugar cravings. Next comes serotonin, your mood, calmness, and emotional balance hormones. Morning light dramatically increases serotonin production in the brain. Higher serotonin means better mood, less anxiety, better focus, and stronger emotional resilience. And here's the magic. At night, serotonin converts into melatonin, your sleep hormone, so sunlight in the morning literally becomes sleep at night. This is why people with depression, seasonal sadness, anxiety, and burnout often feel better simply by spending time outdoors in the morning. Their brain chemistry shifts naturally. Now, let's talk about thyroid hormones, the hormones that regulate metabolism, body temperature, energy levels, and weight balance. Your thyroid depends heavily on circadian rhythm. When your rhythm is disrupted, thyroid function slows. But when your rhythm is aligned with morning light, thyroid signaling improves, metabolism stabilizes, and energy becomes more consistent. For women, sunlight supports estrogen and progesterone balance. Hormonal imbalance often shows up as PMS, mood swings, sleep problems, weight gain, and fatigue. Morning light helps regulate the brain centers that control reproductive hormones, bringing more balance and stability across the cycle. For men, sunlight supports testosterone production. Testosterone follows circadian rhythm. Poor sleep and disrupted light exposure reduce testosterone levels. But regular morning daylight exposure improves sleep quality, hormone signaling, muscle recovery, and energy levels. But even growth hormone, the hormone responsible for tissue repair, fat burning, muscle growth, and anti-aging, depends on deep sleep. And deep sleep depends on morning sunlight. So when you get morning sunlight, you're not just improving one hormone, you're synchronizing your entire hormonal system. Now, here's something most people don't realize: that artificial light at night, especially phone screens, TVs, and LED lights, tells your brain it's still daytime. This suppresses melatonin, delays sleep, and disrupts hormonal rhythm. But morning sunlight makes your brain more resistant to artificial light at night. That means even if you use screens later, your body still knows when it's nighttime. So morning light protects your sleep from evening light damage. Now imagine this pattern. You wake up, step outside for 10 minutes. Your brain shuts down melatonin. Cortisol rises naturally. Serotonin increases. Focus sharpens. Energy stabilizes. Appetite normalizes. Mood improves. Later that evening, melatonin rises naturally. Sleep comes easily. Deep rest occurs. Hormones reset. Recovery improves. And the next day, the cycle repeats stronger than before. This is how the body heals, not through force, but through rhythm. Now, let's talk about why modern life breaks this system. Most people wake up in darkness, check their phone, stay indoors, and delay sunlight exposure for hours. Their brain never receives the daytime signal. Hormones drift. Energy drops. Cravings rise. Focus weakens. Mood declines. Sleep deteriorates. Then they try to fix it with caffeine, sugar, supplements, or sleeping pills without addressing the root cause. But the root cause is light. Light tells your body when to wake, when to eat, when to move, when to rest, and when to repair. But with proper light timing, especially morning sunlight, your body remembers how to heal. Now, let's make this practical, because knowing the science is powerful, but applying it is what changes your life. The goal isn't sunbathing. The goal is sending a clear signal to your brain that the day has begun. Ideally, get outside within 30 to 60 minutes of waking up. Stand or walk in natural light for 5 to 10 minutes on sunny days and 10 to 20 minutes on cloudy days. No sunglasses, no phone. Just let the light hit your eyes naturally. You don't need to stare at the sun. Just look around the sky or horizon. This single habit starts resetting your internal clock immediately. Now, here's what happens when you do this consistently. You start waking up easier. No more groggy mornings. You feel calmer instead of anxious. Your energy becomes stable instead of crashing. Cravings reduce. Sleep comes faster at night. You wake up refreshed. Your mood improves, your focus sharpens, your hormones stabilize, and this doesn't take months. Many people notice changes within a few days. Now, let's address common barriers. What if I wake up early when it's still dark? That's okay. As soon as the sun rises, step outside. Even later daylight exposure helps. And, if needed, bright indoor light can support your rhythm until sunlight arrives. But real daylight is always better. What if I live in an apartment? Balcony, window, rooftop, street outside your building. Anywhere the sky is visible works. What if I wear glasses? Prescription glasses are fine, but avoid sunglasses. They block the light signal your brain needs. What if I'm too tired to go outside? That's exactly when you need it most. Morning light is one of the fastest ways to restore energy naturally. Now, here's something powerful. Morning sunlight doesn't just affect your hormones, it affects your behavior. People exposed to early daylight move more, eat better, crave less junk food, and make better decisions throughout the day. Their brain chemistry shifts toward motivation instead of survival mode. This is why athletes, monks, farmers, and ancient cultures all greeted the sunrise, not spiritually alone, but biologically. Your body evolved with the sun. Every cell in your body contains a clock. Morning light synchronizes those clocks. When your cells agree on what time it is, healing happens. When they disagree, disease begins. This is why disrupted circadian rhythm is linked to obesity, diabetes, heart disease, depression, anxiety, hormone imbalance, insomnia, and even accelerated aging. But restoring rhythm, especially through morning light, reverses much of this damage. Now, imagine this version of your life. You wake up feeling clear, not exhausted. You feel calm, not wired. You focus easily. You sleep deeply. You recover faster. Your mood stays steady. Your body works with you, not against you, all from something as simple as sunlight. This is not wellness hype. This is human biology. And the best part, you don't have to be perfect. Just be consistent. Even 5 minutes daily rewires your system. Even cloudy days help. Even tired days help. Light always works. Your body doesn't need force. It needs timing. And sunlight is the timing signal. When you step outside in the morning and let sunlight touch your eyes, you're not just starting your day, you're resetting your entire body. You're telling your brain it's time to wake up. You're telling your hormones it's time to balance. You're telling your nervous system it's safe to relax. You're telling your body it's time to heal. This tiny habit quietly improves sleep, energy, mood, metabolism, immunity, focus, and emotional stability without pills, supplements, or extreme routines. Most people search for complicated solutions while ignoring the simplest one. But healing doesn't always come from doing more. Sometimes it comes from returning to what your biology was designed for. Tomorrow morning, don't check your phone first. Don't rush into stress. Don't stay trapped indoors. Step outside. Look at the sky. Let light reach your eyes. Let your body remember what balance feels like. Because sometimes the most powerful medicine is sunlight.